My name is Andrew Linn and I'm based in the School of English at the University of Sheffield. I'm leading the project on the Worldwide Challenge of English, which has received research development funding from WUN as part of the Global Higher Education and Research Global Challenge. I'm very sorry not to be able to join you in Hong Kong, but I'm grateful for this opportunity to be able to provide you with a report and an update on our work. I will start with a bit of background for the benefit of those who are not familiar with the field of inquiry, before moving on to say something about what we have been doing over the past 12 months and what we plan to do in the coming months. The predecessor to the Worldwide Challenge of English was a project entitled English in Europe, Opportunity or Threat. This was led by Sheffield and was a partnership between 5 European universities in order to explore the changing role and status of the English language across Europe and in various so-called domains of language use. English in Europe explored English as an international research language, English as a medium of instruction in universities, English as a means of communication in international business, as well as the more technical socio-linguistic questions of changing attitudes towards English across Europe, and the question of lingua franca English as an independent variety of the language. Funding for this project ran out at the end of December 2014, but it was a very positive and productive project which will result in 7 book-length publications. However, it failed to do certain things, namely undertake new primary research, explore English beyond Europe, engage with non-academic stakeholders, and include key domains such as English language teaching and the translation industry. WUN RDF funding was consequently sought to address these issues. Thanks to the RDF award, we hosted a 2-day workshop here in Sheffield in May 2014. The first day was a postgraduate and early career researcher event planned by Dr. Chriso Hadjidemetriou, former postdoc here, and herself a recipient of WUN mobility funding to spend time in Auckland. This event included a keynote talk by Professor Maria Kuteyova from Stockholm University. The second day was a research development workshop involving interested colleagues from Sheffield, Leeds, Southampton, Bristol, Auckland, the Chinese University of Hong Kong and Zhejiang. The University of Western Australia were part of the original bid, but in the event were prevented from attending, although we were also joined by colleagues from the Czech Republic, Denmark, Spain and Sweden. This was a very rich day, full of new ideas, and there are doubtless more strands which could be picked up from those discussions. In the event, we committed to 2 funding bids in the first instance. The first of these, entitled Markets of English, was submitted to the UK Arts and Humanities Research Council in November, and we are awaiting the outcome. This project would bring together critical voices concerning the use of English as an international language, with those sectors underpinned by a reliance on the assumption that English in international contexts is somehow an unproblematic norm. The bid included partners representing multinational corporations, university internationalisation, scientific publishing, and English language teaching. The scheme only allowed for 1 international co-investigator, but if successful, the project will include a range of opportunities for contributions by early career researchers, and we would particularly want to welcome researchers from the WUN family. The second project has moved more slowly. This is a more ambitious ethnographic study of the hidden hand of English in the international university, with the WUN universities as both research partners and as laboratory. The project's aim is to understand the impact of the need to use English on underexplored communities within the international university, such as administrators, teachers and cleaning staff. While WUN partners have been enthusiastic in their support, I'm not sure that we've got the mix of partners quite right, and this rather complex bid still needs more development. I have myself had to concentrate on outcomes from previous funded projects over the past 6 months, but I'm now in a position to devote more time and energy to pushing this project forward. In the general preface to the English in Europe book series we have set up, I've written the following words. The biggest language challenge in the world today is English. School children are expected to learn it, and the need to succeed in English is often fired by parental ambition and the requirements for entry into higher education, no matter what the proposed course of study. Once at university or college, students across the globe are increasingly finding that their teaching is being delivered through the medium of English, making the learning process more onerous. Universities unquestioningly strive for a greater level of internationalisation in teaching and in research, and this is in turn equated with greater use of English by non-native speakers. The need to use English to succeed in business is as much an issue for multinational corporations as it is for small traders in tourist destinations, and meanwhile other languages are used and studied less and less. On the other hand, academic publishers get rich on the monolingual norm of the industry, and private language teaching is itself big business. In the market of English, there are winners and there are losers. In her recent book on English as a lingua franca in the International University, Professor Jennifer Jenkins from the University of Southampton has demonstrated the failure of university management to take heed of the findings and concerns raised by research into the use of English internationally. Internationalisation equals more English is not a simple equation, and with the support of WUN, we're looking forward to working on solving that equation for the benefit of our students, our colleagues, our international relationships, and our non-academic partners in the years to come. Thank you, and enjoy the annual general meeting and conference. It is 8 degrees centigrade and raining outside my window in Sheffield, and I see that in Hong Kong it is 26 degrees and sunny. I know where I'd rather be.